Yeah.
You got stuff for the JC?
No, not for the JC.
Just for coach.
Well, yeah.
Okay, you guys go ahead.
It's obviously a unique collection of seniors you have here. I don't think any of these guys spent 4 years here, but you know, kind of all different paths leading into this one season. I guess, how do you define this class and what they've meant to you over the duration of their careers?
Yeah, it is the Statue of Liberty type of stuff, isn't it? You know, these guys are special in my eyes too, because, you know, as you go through, you know, and you've got Malcolm Laws, who's been here with us, and Rashawn Burno, that was his first and only recruit in his 32 days before he burnoed me. He's tried to trademark that, by the way, so you guys know. He wants to tell his side of the story. There is no side. Just go on, go away.
Malcolm Laws.
So, Malcolm Laws, thank you. It's late in the season, you guys, yeah. So, so please somebody tweet Miles just said he got burnoed. Thank you, because he'll be right on that. So, Malcolm is, you know, a kid that, you know, is really been, you know, changed kind of the way his whole mentality on things, and really been a help for us in the locker room, in the practice floor. You know, very important, you know, ingredient in what we do that people don't always see and realize, except for now his newfound fame with this bench mob. So, and then you've got Dubio KK, who's had such a great attitude, comes with a smile, works hard, encourages his teammates, can make a difference in the game when he's in, and has really done some very good things for us. Excellent, you know, I mean, in terms of changing the game at the rim for our defense. And that's why we're having, I think, one of our best seasons in shot blocking that we've had almost ever, and he's a big part of that. And then you look at Evan Taylor, who, you know, came on the heels of Andrew White leaving, and then saw the exodus last year, and Anton Gill, who came and was here and got hurt. And those two kind of became our voice of our team, our voice of reason, our voice of, this is, you know, we've been other places. This is what a program looks like. This is fine. Let's get this right. We've got the talent. Let's go forward. And those two have really been critical pieces. And so it's a special night for those guys, because they mean a lot, even though, you know, Doobie's new to the party, so to speak. And but, you know, you look at the relationship you build over, you know, the emotional toll that a season and games and competition and all these things take, you know, really galvanizes your relationship. So it's going to be a special night.
Seems like the overlying theme with this group is a team-first mentality.
No doubt. There's no doubt.
How important, I mean, for the jump you guys have made, how critical has the senior leadership been to establishing it? Yeah, for our senior leadership to have a team-first attitude first and foremost, it sends a great message down the line. Nobody can complain if a senior's not complaining about getting out of the starting lineup or about their minutes or whatever it is. The guys just say, yep, I get it. We're out here to have as much success as we can. And so just that whole mentality is huge when you're trying to win basketball games in stressful circumstances.
You guys had a similar scenario at the end of the season in 2014 with a no-set Sunday against Wisconsin. You guys were still trying to make the tournament. Does this game seem just as important as that one?
Well, you know, that one was different because, quite frankly, we were kind of new to the party. We had about a 5-week run, or at that time, 4-week run, and this has been a longer kind of period of winning basketball, it feels like anyway. So that was just such a captivating experience. I don't know if you can ever recreate that. Now, Sunday will be hopping. It's a huge game. It's a very talented team. But, you know, I suppose it's like comparing children, right? You don't do that. You just love them all. So we're going to love what happens Sunday.
So are you officially calling for No Sit Sunday Part 2?
I have not done that, no.
Coach, why do you think that when Evan Taylor got here, he was able to emerge himself as one of the leaders on this team and gain the respect from his teammates so quickly?
I think just his commitment. I don't think there's any doubt that if I had to pick a Mr. Gata who comes every day working hard, it's Evan Taylor. I mean, accept any role. He'll suck the scum for a win. He'll do whatever it takes. In fact, it was early in the Indiana game that he didn't dive on the floor for a loose ball, and it kind of caught me by surprise. I'm like, Evan, what are you doing? Like, you got to get on the floor for that ball. And then he played tremendous the second half out of that. And but so when you know, like, so I see Copeland take a charge, and I think it's an act of a higher power, and and I love him, but you're just like, that was by accident. And but if you see Evan not dive, you're like, whoa, what's going on? So I mean, there's a lot of things, and Evan just is one of our hardest worker, guttiest guys.
Do you think the average fan has any idea what Anton Gill's been through physically?
No. He's really, I mean, my goal at Christmas for Anton was, I just wrote 2 words, fresh legs. I said, whatever it takes for you to be at your best at game time, we're going to do. And that means practice, no practice, shoot, swim, cryotherapy, you name it, ice bath. We're just going to figure this out. And, and so trying to manage that, because when he has fresh legs, he guards so much better, he shoots the ball so well, and you can see when he's fatigued, like he was going into Illinois, it really affects him. And he's inflicted a lot of damage on his knees, and when you start just ripping tendons from a bone, reattaching them, I mean, that just doesn't always go as easy as you'd think. It's not spies like us, operations.
Have you decided what you're going to do with the lineup?
I just haven't talked thoroughly about it with the guys, so I don't want to go there yet. But I want to treat our seniors right.
How different is this Penn State team with Watkins out, but Reed's back on the wing?
I don't know. They played really well against. He hardly played against Purdue, and he was right there. Obviously, he gives them some defensive rebounding, an athlete at the rim for blocking shots, and offensive rebounding and scoring at the rim. But Julian Morris played pretty well, and they've had those other guys come in, Page, and I don't even know the other dude's name, but he's been working hard. They have filled in, and really, I mean, there's enough talent there to get by without Mike. But I don't know. Pat declaring him out. I'm sorry, Pat. You're the youngest of like 13 kids. Somewhere in there's a guy that doesn't always tell the exact truth.
But how different are they with Josh Reeves on the wing? He didn't play the first game.
Yeah, he's an excellent elite defender, super athlete. Steals the ball, like creates offense with steals, and you really gotta manage your way around him. You can't just run every action, and if he's in the middle of it, you're like, that's a bad idea. He needs to be over here, and we need to be running this over there. So you've really got to manage your way around him defensively.
Tony Carr's averaging about 20 points per game. Have you guys done anything different versus preparing for him versus other point guards you faced?
Well, he's big and strong and can hurt you posting up, and he can hurt you from three. He's really improved his three-point shot, and he's great in screen and roll. He is a next-level player. As we practice today, we're practicing with that in mind, put it that way.
You guys will probably have a pretty good idea of, as far as Big Ten tournament seeding goes, where you stand going into that game with Michigan playing on Saturday.
We're just playing it like it's a must-win. Yeah. I mean, we need to win as many games as we can. So regardless of what happens and what seed we are, I prefer to be fourth. But even if you're fifth, you just, fine, let's go see if we can win that game and then see if we can win the other. But I prefer to be the fourth seed, But we just need to win as many games as we can, And I don't think there's a death knell game. I don't think there's an all or nothing game. I just think certainly eventually, you either punch your card or dig your hole, right? And I don't know that game's this, especially with the tournament. If we're a top 4 or 5 seed, you really have a chance to win that tournament. And we're going to be a 4 or 5 seed. So that's a pretty good place to start.
You surprised by the way the bench mob is kind of taken off on social media?
Yeah. I haven't always been on social media, but I did hear that how many, they were over 1 million hits on the one thing, that all these different, celebrities were talking about them. And I just, I met with them the other day, yesterday in practice. I'm like, okay, boys, now George Costanza rules, all right? You got a good thing going, so slow your roll, all right? Let's just take it easy here, all right? You got to keep them wanting more. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. Certainly you don't want to as long as it's not disrespectful to your opponent, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad to see them having fun. I think it started when Jack came down, and then we put Jack in a couple different games, and Jack did some stuff, and they started celebrating, and then Jack ends up back down on the bench not playing, and they started, you know, celebrating the guys, and I think the guys love it. They're kind of interested about what's going on. When it just started out a couple times in film, you know, I'd pause it and show, you know, some of the other guys that probably weren't aware of it, you know. And so it was just kind of one of those things, and it's really taken off. But now these guys you gotta handle celebrity really. I mean, gotta watch it here, you know.
Does it keep the other guys loose, the guys that play, you think, with just the pressure of what's been
I
going
don't,
on?
yeah, you know, I guess I don't know, because like I've been down there, and you know they crack me in the head with, you know, something like you know, and I'm just trying to get out of there alive and stay out of the shot. But I mean, probably, yeah, probably does, and I don't think that hurts. Again, as long as it's not, you know, disrespectful to our opponent, I'm fine, you know.
Out of those like top 5 seeds, I mean, you said you're probably going to be a 4 or 5 seed. What out of those bottom 9 teams, is there anyone you're concerned about or you wouldn't want?
No, I'm just totally focused on Penn State actually. So, yeah, I haven't even considered that yet. You know, I mean, I think that Monday I will, and I'll probably have paranoia all over myself. But right now, I'm going to just wait to let that happen as long as I can.
Coach, back to the bench mob. I don't know if you've seen their moves, the Macarenas and WWE moves. What's your personal favorite that they've done so far?
Yeah, I've seen most of them, I think. I think that the Macarena was not done as well as it was done when the rest of us were doing it. So that was, I was like, no, that doesn't fly. But I do think that the WWE suplex move was pretty good. In fact, I thought Dubio KK should maybe hop in on that and show him how to do it right. But other than that senior class totally being a pain in my, a thorn in my side, they're fine. Okay, hey guys.